Up top, that's number 5, I think it's Caden Ramsey. And then DeBusk with the three-pointer misses. Goddard fouled on the shot, going to go to the line for 2 free throws. Greenville now with the chance to bring it within 4. Foul count 10-4 now. Sandy Creek much more willing to foul, it seems like, than Greenville.
Well, that's another thing with the size. When you've got guys that are tall, closer to the rim, they're going to be involved with more rebounds and more shots, and chances are they're going to get that whistle blown on them a little bit.
Well, it's interesting to see a team like Greenville, as you get a good look at Coach Woolsey over there for Greenville, a team that goes to the rim a lot. I don't think Greenville shot but maybe a couple threes the entire game. And I think Sandy Creek shot 2 as well.
You're right. They tried a couple there that last possession, but then opted to take it down low and pick up a foul.
That's number 5, Jared Godfrey, the 6'4" guard with the 3. Almost on cue. Not really a lot of action from beyond the arc in these 2 games. One of the more to the rim games we've seen, and Greenville, in local play, would be a very formidable to the rim team, but against the Sandy Creek team with such length, it's a little tougher.
Right.
Takeem Young with the 3, going to miss it. And both teams firing him up more from beyond the arc, knowing that that's kind of the gap in these defenses. But not
Dylan DeBusk for Greenville picking up a foul there.
DeBusk, quick hands and a good defender, a good shooter as well. Just got to find the touch today. 2:21 left to go. Sandy Creek leading by 4. Sandy Creek will be in the double bonus, so as soon as Greenville gets fouled again, they're going to get 2 free throws. Greenville not yet in the bonus. One more foul to give. Not a lot of movement from the Sandy Creek offense as well.
Nice pull up there from Jared Godfrey.
Pretty much isolation offense, which is something you see a lot more from lengthy teams when you can actually beat people off the dribble a lot more. And Greenville trying to hold on the ball. Takeem Young hangs on to it somehow amongst the barrage from the Patriots.
KJ Wilkins was getting aggressive right there. Almost had him a steal.
My goodness, good ball handling from Young to be able to hang on to that. He had 3 Patriots trapped at one point, got to DeBusk. DeBusk puts it up, gets fouled, going to get a line for a couple free throws. We're going to look at this good pass from Young. Young to DeBusk. DeBusk going to throw up a floater, get fouled from behind by number 11, KJ Wilkins, the senior guard. DeBusk with the first free throw. Nothing but net. Beautiful shot from him. That's going to bring them within 5, looking to bring it back to 4. Sandy Creek keeping this pesky Greenville team a little bit at arm's length, not letting them get back within 1 possession, as Greenville has not held the lead since the first quarter. Just under 2 minutes left to go. Sandy Creek now with the ball at the top of the key. Back in the quarter, number 4, Evan Williams. Williams back up top to 5, Godfrey. Godfrey had Jester on the wing, chose not to get it to him. Instead, Greenville's going to get the rebound. Looked like Eric Williams was wanting to do a putback dunk, but jumped a little too early and it went over his head. Goddard with the ball. Goddard stolen by Jester. Jester open court. Looks like they're going to have a pretty good look. Throwing it up. Jester not going to be able to dunk it, but going to be able to finish it.
They tried for an oop there. Didn't quite have position, did Jester.
Good looking pass from Wilkins regardless. Up 6 now, Sandy Creek. Just over a minute left to go. We're getting into the wait for the last shot kind of time period. Typically it starts around 45 seconds, but we've seen it extend all the way up to a minute 10.
With no shot clock here in these high school games, teams are bound to hold the ball for the last shot and even hold it for a while unless somebody's willing to foul them. And as we say that,
right on
goes ahead and takes a shot.
That's Dorian Goddard.
Dorian.
Beautiful
nice
shot.
Floater there.
31-27, 45 seconds left to go, and Sandy Creek will elect to take the last shot. I can't remember his name, but he was the coach at Happy Valley, Charlie something. I can't remember his name. He retired recently. But I heard stories of when he would coach teams that if he scored the first basket, they would just hold it for the entirety of the game.
Yeah, they just hold it.
And I think
make somebody foul him.
I think he won a game 4-2 or something like that back in the 60s. Arguably the most boring game
I was
in the
about to
history
say,
of the world.
that wouldn't be a very exciting game of basketball.
But nonetheless, he won regardless. So, and now he's famous for it. And looks like we're going to have a foul on the ground against an unidentified Greenville Green Devil. That was number 5, Godfrey, that got fouled. And they had 1 to give, so they're going to inbound that underneath. The Patriots are wanting a shot, but it shouldn't be until the next foul that they are going to do in the bonus. In comes down number 21, Cameron Height, the 6'3" sophomore forward. Out goes number 24, number 24, Logan Shipley, 6'2" sophomore. Sandy Creek, 8 seconds left to go, plenty of time to get a shot. Going to come down with it though is Greenville.
Not sure what Sandy Creek was going for there, but it didn't quite work, and Greenville will have a chance at this half-court shot, and it won't go. That'll take us to the half.
It's going to be 31-27 score as Sandy Creek goes into the half, leading Greenville here at the 2016 34th Annual Arby's Classic, presented by BTES Power 7.
At BTES, we are your neighbors. We shop where you shop.
We go to church where you go to church.
We play where you play. We are your hometown provider.
All right, it's time for the McAllister free throw contest. 1 minute on the clock to make as many free throws as you can do it. Our first contestant, Yahia Turner from Kingsport. Yahia Turner. There's 2. 3 is in. There's 4. 5. Two kids heating up. He's got 6. He's got 7. 8. There's 9. 10. 10 seconds. 11. Last one. 12. Hill with 12. Our next contestant, Gerald Thomas. Let's hear it for Gerald Thomas. Cody's got 4 and 5. All right, let's hear it for our contestants in the McAllister free throw contest. Here's our scoring leaders at halftime. First for the Greenville Greenvilles, leading the way with 6 points each. Dylan DeBusk and Logan Shipley in with 5 points to Keen Young, and 4 points each for Dorian Goddard and Caden Ramsey. Leading the way for the Patriots of Sandy Creek, Evan Chester with 10. Jay Wilkins with 7, Jared Godfrey with 6, and Xavier Brewer with 4 points. Here's the schedule of events coming up later today. Our next game at noon features Wayne, Ohio versus the Oak Ridge Wildcats. At 1:30, game 23, Christ School versus Blanche Ely out of Florida. The Road Runners Slam Dunk Contest is at 5:30, put on by Frito-Lay and Pepsi, followed up by the 2 City Wild Wings at 7, Buford, Georgia versus Trinity, Kentucky, and at 8:30, Wings Academy from the Bronx, New York versus McCauley out of Chattanooga. The winner of this game will advance to game 27 and play for 6th place
Hello and welcome back once again to the 2016 Arby's Classic covered by BTS Power 7. I'm Will Ellis sitting in here with Ryan Flick. We got a very good game going on. The second game today that's been quite the game as well. Sandy Creek leads Greenville. The Sandy Creek Patriots lead the Greenville Green Devils 31-27. Here at halftime, Greenville hanging around causing problems for the lengthy Sandy Creek Patriots. Leading scorer for Sandy Creek, Evan Jester. Jester had 42 in the last game against Gate City. Has 10 today. Also has 5 rebounds, followed by KJ Wilkins, the reserve coming off the bench, got 7. And then for Greenville, we got a bevy of Green Devils have scored. Dylan DeBusk, number 22, had 6, as did Logan Shipley. And then Takeem Young had 7 rebounds and 5 points, doing a little bit of everything for Greenville. We're going to look at a couple of highlights. This is Sandy Creek with the ball. That's Jester with a corner jumper. Jester, one of the better scorers in the tournament, prolific. And right here we have our first dunk of the game. Jester is, well, excuse me, the play after that one. This one's the dunk, my mistake. Okay, Jester with the two-handed slam right here. That's the one we thought was going to be a dunk the first play. They look so similar. It looked like they could have been the same play. But anyway, Sandy Creek is quite an electric team, but Greenville sneakily has stayed right there with them, just down 4 at halftime. Sandy Creek running with their big lineup in again. You got Jester at 6'7", the
back to their
guard
starting
forward.
5, I guess.
Yeah,
easy to tell from their numbers.
Yeah, that is. That's a cool idea. I think more teams should do that. That's really neat.
I agree. Kind of difficult. I assume they'd have to assign their numbers late, close to the season. A lot of the time, you're not sure who your starting 5 are going to be.
Yeah, and hope it doesn't change.
And exactly. Hope it doesn't change throughout the year.
Kind of defeats the purpose at that point.
Exactly.
Takeem Young, who plays kind of like a point forward for Greenville, has had a fantastic game. Only scored 5 points, which technically, I mean, that's almost a fifth of their points, so I guess that's a pretty good amount, about what he should. But he's had 7 rebounds, and Takeem Young is not a large player. He's only 6'1", 165, but he has an inordinate amount of strength, and he crashes the boards very hard. And he has caused many problems down low for Sandy Creek in terms of getting rebounds as they take an elbow jumper off the isolation. Not going to fall, though. Jester's putback will. And that's what seems like Sandy Creek has scored the most on. It's just putbacks.
Exactly.
They've missed a lot of isolation play. Seems like they play pretty much isolation basketball every time down the court. And, they've missed a lot of shots, but they get just a lot of putbacks simply because of size and proximity.
Again, we've talked so much about their size, but yeah, when you're putting up a bunch of shots and you've got a couple guys down there down low that are likely to get the rebound and be able to put it right back up, that gives you all the more confidence to take some chances outside.
We're talking about a team like Sandy Creek. Sandy Creek puts a body on somebody. My goodness. I mean, clear the lanes.
They do.
And they're going to be able to get every rebound coming and going. It's just taking the time to put the body on them. That's Goddard, Dorian Goddard with the ball. Stolen by Sandy Creek.
A steal there by Jared Godfrey.
Godfrey goes up, easy lay-in.
Take it all the way, and it looks like he'll steal it again on the inbounds if the ball was in play yet. And I believe they'll be giving it back to Greenville.
Apparently he was not.
Looked like he just went down there and took it out of
his hands.
number 11, Dorian Godford's hands there for the Green Devils. We'll get another look at it.
Good steal by Godfrey.
He'll take it all the way down and finish. And you'll see him come right back around. Well, I don't think he was. I'm not sure why they brought it back, honestly.
That was pretty tight.
That was a nice little hustle play.
Takeem Young with his 7th point of the game right there. Young, a sneaky offensive and especially defensive player, very good. And it's largely one of the reasons that Greenville stayed in this game. I think Xavier Brewer, 6'8", going to take a turnaround fadeaway. I hope someone tells him that he's 6'8" and he doesn't have to fade away from the basket.
I think there's anybody that's, I mean, you'd have to get a really good jump on him to block his shot.
Shoot, I'd be looking at his armpit. I wouldn't even be able to get up his chin. That's Takeem Young with the ball. Young, a fantastic athlete, gets it to Goddard, who's another good athlete. Greenville's got a lot of good athletes, even though they don't have a ton of size per se. They're not the tallest team as Goddard takes a jump shot and misses. Brewer with the rebound. Sandy Creek crashing the boards a lot better than what they did in the first half.
Indeed they are, and we'll have a take here from Jared Godfrey again.
Godfrey's
made a big impact so far in the second half.
Sharp left-handed finish, and we got a timeout. Greenville's going to slow it down and try and get things settled back. You may have heard that our community is a gigabit community, which is a huge deal, as only a few communities in the United States can say this and have internet speeds this fast. You may not know that we are now a 10 gigabit community. BTS offers 10 gigabits of service to every business and every home in our service area. And for more information about your 10 gigabit community, visit our website at gigabitcommunity.com. Greenville's starting to reel a little bit more here, down 8 now. Sandy Creek not really pressing them. They're not scoring in any sort of momentum building way. It's not like they're hitting big shots or doing anything big. They're just making putbacks, making layups, doing small things to win. Kind of like what Greenville did in the first half.
That's right, and that's what it takes.
Yeah, I mean, we like the dunks and we like the turnaround jumpers, but I mean, they count just as much as a putback layup. You know,
Exactly.
It's the exact same thing.
Exactly, it doesn't have to be flashy.
And
although as Sandy Creek has showed us at other points in this tournament, they have plenty of ability to be flashy if the opportunity presents itself. See the finish there from number 24, Logan Shipley.
Shipley, a strong finisher inside, uses his body to clear space. We thought Jester might go for the block, chose not to. Probably a smart move by Jester. Anytime you get that body pushed away, that's waiting for a foul. And Sandy Creek, I think one of their problems is they do not space the floor. They had 5 people within 2 feet of the paint right there.
They kind of swarm. A swarm tendency about them.
Well, you can tell they're to the rim, and that's a direct result of simply being athletic. But look at the proximity. When you had 5 people, the furthest person out was shooting. You had 4 people surrounding the paint. And I know you want to crash the boards. I know you want rebounds, but there comes a time when there's too many cooks in the kitchen.
Exactly. If somebody's staying out there on a wing or something or in a corner that you can kick it back out to once you do get that rebound, you might have an opportunity at an easy 3.
That's
Which is
going to
something
be
that Sandy Creek doesn't seem to rely on, but it certainly wouldn't hurt. As they try to go down low again.
It's Jester with the ball. Jester
wants a foul, and I think he could have gotten one. We'll call a jump ball here.
Good hustle by Greenville to get on top of the ball and tie it up. Greenville pesky down low. These bigs, one thing that they don't like is small guards and small forwards getting their hands up underneath them.
Exactly. You know, in basketball, you talk a lot about the height advantage. You know, you're that much closer to the rim, but there's also something to be said about being close to the ground, especially when somebody's dribbling and being able to get in there, as we see Sandy Creek with the takeaway right here. But, you know, a lot of these Achilles heel of these tall guys is somebody that can really get in and, you know, give them trouble while they're dribbling.
Post player hates nothing more than having a guard nip at his heels. I mean, it's something that's a major annoyance. A good take by Shipley. Shipley looked for the foul. We knew that was coming right off the bat, going up against Brewer. He was looking for the foul. Couldn't get it, though. Tight feed, not going to get there. Good crossover by Young. Young got a defender behind him. Young going to go up, finish left-handed. Beautiful take by Takeem Young.
Sandy Creek will push it right back down court. Back to Jester. He holds on to the ball, see if they'll set the offense here. No, they won't get an opportunity to, as Greenville steals it and takes it right back down to their end.
Jester desperately wanted a foul, but
Sandy Creek did not get back on defense. An easy rebound and second chance there for Greenville.
Good initial defense by Sandy Creek, but the help was just not there to be found. And if you watch the screen, Sandy Creek does not move. Their players are staying stationary. They play one-on-one isolation basketball.
They're certainly relying on size and athleticism, whereas Greenville is just taking it to them with the hustle.
Good pick and roll. Can't finish, though. That's Bickerstaff.
Once again, you see the hustle from Greenville clearly outsized down low. I think Greenville ended up picking up a foul.
Appears to be so.
Greenville caught the foul there, number 5.
Looks like it's
that might be Will Lowry.
Number 5, yeah, I believe that is Lowry.
6 foot, 165, sophomore.
Not the type of person you expect to be down on the block, but nonetheless, Greenville, like we said earlier, they're just being pesky. They're doing small things right, and it seems like Greenville is playing a better basketball game, and yet they're down 4. Sandy Creek still holds a slight lead over Greenville. They're still maintaining a little bit of distance.
Oh, a little pass off. Wow, beautiful play there by Cameron Miller. Passes it off a defender's back to himself, and a nice little reverse layup.
That's where quickness helps.
That's where quickness helps, and you know, a little bit of element of surprise there.
Sandy Creek gets a foul on the back tip. We're going to look at that pass. Just a little simple
pretty
play.
Clever. Sees a wide open lane there that Greenville left for him and takes advantage of it.
I mean, that's just a smart heads-up play by a point guard. I mean, Miller knows that the pass to somewhere else might be a little bit contested. Why not take the easy look while you've got it? Jester wanted the steal. Goddard down low.
Try to go down low. You can get in trouble doing that against a team like Sandy Creek as we get the ball back to Jester for an easy finish on their end.
Jester knows that's not going to be contested above, so the only play Greenville has is to come underneath and disrupt him. So he catches it, sets his feet, and takes the shot. No reason to rush it. Jester tries for the steal. Brewer for the block, not going to get it. Rebounded, puts it back up. Strong finish by Cameron Height, 6'3" sophomore. Good finish by the young man. Miller straight back the other way. Back up top now, resetting the offense with KJ Wilkins. Wilkins jump shot. Foul line,
Nice little
beautiful.
floater there by Wilkins.
Maintaining a lead, Sandy Creek now up 8. Sandy Creek's an interesting matchup for any of the local teams because it's a classic straight to the rim versus shooting team. Sandy Creek has not attempted a three-pointer in quite some time, and I'll be curious to see.
Meanwhile, Greenville seems to be attempting, but hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Now they will.
On cue,
It's number
Takeem
23
Young.
to King Young.
Either one of these teams is going to be an interesting matchup for Sullivan East in the 6th-place game tomorrow. I think that'll be a fun matchup either way. Wilkins hits the
Wow,
three.
now we're just going to rain threes, I guess.
Whatever you can do, I can do better, says KJ Wilkins, as he hits a contested three right from center court, right at the top of the key. 48-40 the score, as now we're seeing the offenses start to explode a little bit. Dorian Goddard now going to the rim.
Nice little take, and he'll pick up the foul there.
Jester's going to get called for the fouls. Brewer went over the top for the block. Jester looked like he tied him up underneath. Let's get another look at it. Goddard spin move, gets in the lane. Yeah. Jester brings the arm down, catches him across. I hate to tell people, but when you know there's contact and you throw your hands up, everybody knows what just happened. Nobody's like, oh, his hands must have been up the whole time. No, everybody sees that. I guess it's just one of those gut reaction things, but Goddard hits the first, bringing Greenville now to within 7 with 1:21 left to go here in the third. But Jester, I don't believe in foul trouble. Getting there, though. Total team fouls, 3-1, Sandy Creek, Greenville, respectively. As Greenville now within 6. Miller coming back quick the other way in the corner.
Oh.
Can't quite get it as TJ Bickerstaff turnover by
Tries
the
to dish it off to
Patriots.
the corner. Looks like Miller may have wanted a foul down low.
I think about every time down the court, somebody's wanted to foul at some point.
That's right.
They get a nice little brush, and everybody wants to foul, but I think what we want and what we get are two different things.
Yeah, the officiating crews so far at the Arby's Classic this year have really been letting them play. Not been calling many tic-tac fouls. There's a call one right there, a pretty clear foul against Sandy Creek. We'll send number 21, Cameron Height, to the line for Greenville.
Yeah, and I think we've had a good job of officiating. We like to bag on them a lot, but officials around here do a fairly good job. We saw a lot of controversial calls in the game prior to this, but I think they were all understandable at best. There was no head scratchers, let's put it that way.
Yeah, especially in emotional tournament atmosphere type games with these local teams. People are bound to take some exception to what the referees are doing, but they've for the most part done a good job so far this entire tournament.
Well, and the way the tournament's set up, it's almost like an us versus them, local versus out of area. And so sometimes we might wonder if these out of area teams feel like, well, maybe the officiating is going to go the local area way, but it doesn't seem to be that way as much. At least
Home
not in this
cooking,
game. Yeah.
But no, they've done a good job.
Just under a minute left to go. Sandy Creek up 5. Going to be content to slow it down. Of course, we're going to try and take the last shot right here. No reason to hurry it. Sandy Creek got a 5-point lead. Why give Greenville another chance to score before the end of the quarter? Going to feed it down low. A little bit of an error pass to
Good ball
Miller.
movement. They'll pick up a foul.
Oh,
No,
look.
an offensive foul. Looks
Yeah.
like on Evan Jester there.
It's either going to be an offensive foul or it's going to be out of bounds. Hard to tell from that area. I couldn't really tell whether they went to the desk or not.
That's true. It may have just been out of bounds.
48-43 after the turnover, a big turnover from Sandy Creek. If Greenville could score right here, they're in pretty good position. And it looks like we are having
Speaking
a
of it, a
game
little
of
battle for the ball there.
kickball. My goodness.
Close to being a backcourt, and they'll call the backcourt.
My goodness, what a turn of events. We had a tackle at midfield and a kickball. We were dribbling with our feet. Looked like we had a little bit of soccer going on.
Kicking it around, and we got just barely a backcourt called on Sandy Creek.
Greenville going to try and take a
ball.
little bit better possession of it right here, a little bit better care. Going to take this last possession and try and hold on to the ball.
I would guess that they're going to want the last shot in this quarter.
I wonder who they're going to give it to. I would probably go with Takeem Young or Goddard. It would be one of the two I'm going with. Doesn't look like they have a final shot kind of guy. Young is probably their best bet.
They'll have to get something up right now.